Good morning, it's nice to see you. Good morning to you. Well, it is a good morning. It's always a good morning when I wake up breathing and I feel good. How about you? My name is Connie, I'm over 70 and still glamorous. Okay, this is a little bit of a soapbox day for me. And of course I'll throw in some little suggestions or hints. That's just kind of what I do, I guess. First of all, I'll start off with what I put on my face. The makeup I bought for my girlfriend because it was a light color. And then I had an extra bottle of my new Neutrogena plumping foundation. And I think it came out very nice because my other light one is just about empty. Okay, next, I took off my mascara last night after 4 nights of having it on. With 1 second coat, 3rd coat. You've seen them all, so. Okay. Anyway, let me get back in focus here. You may see a black strip across the bottom. Well, that is a cloth rubber band because I told you about a week ago I broke the stand that sits on top of my tripod. So I did a little makeshift thing for the last 2 or 3 videos, and today I kind of messed it up a little bit over here on this side, so I just wrapped a band around there. I gotta buy another one eventually. Okay, so that took care of my foundation, and I used my my rouge that I really like. That's got about that much left in it. And then I tried my new Wet n Wild matte lipstick, which was a little bit lighter, and I kind of like that. Lighter than this when I put it on. Matter of fact, it kind of looked like this. And then I put a little bit of that. And that also is a Wet n Wild, which I will soon be needing to replace also. What else? That takes care of my makeup. I don't use powder. I don't use concealer. I don't use whatever. Alrighty, so today I teased my hair, kind of give me the Marlo Thomas look. I hope I can stay in the frame. Am I in the frame? I think so. Anyway, I mentioned to you yesterday that I cut my bangs. Alrighty, I even cleaned my glasses for you and took off my tape in the middle of my head, or my eyebrows. This is what this looks like. Comes in a box. I think there's 100 of them. Keep them in my purse and keep them on my counter. So that takes care of that. The real reason for this video. As I went through YouTube this morning, checking on my post with the exercising in it, bed exercising, I came across a YouTuber, and I might add she's a makeup guru, in my opinion, and she was giving advice for someone who found out her husband had an affair. They've been married for 28 years. Now, turn that light off. What I found interesting about that was how the channel turned from makeup and health to a marriage counselor. And the more I listened, the more I kind of got a little perturbed. Sorry, YouTuber. But her advice was, go see an attorney. That was the first thing. And I went, whoa, you know. So, of course, I made a comment with a few lines. And basically, this is what I said. Number one, I had 5 or 6, and this is strictly just my opinion, girls. Because even though I've been with my husband over 40 years, don't think a couple of times that I didn't think about the D word. And maybe him too. But anyway, we're still together and we're very happy. So having said that, number one, let's face it, divorce attorneys are in it for the money. And you really don't need a divorce attorney unless your husband has left you, abandoned you, not supporting you anymore. But from reading the gal's comments to this makeup guru, he's still at home. Now, the second thing is, I guess it was 1 or 2 gals, I'm not sure about that, but anyway, who were in some kind of a club with her. And let's face it, ladies, you know how the women are nowadays. Everyone's looking for a man, everyone's sometimes acting like the man. So it's a little bit out of balance there. So we don't know why, or we don't know how long this guy has been having an affair. Nobody knows. So we do know that men and women go through middle-age crises, right? And because we're not the only ones who go through menopause. Men go through menopause. They're not any different than us. Okay, in their thinking, the way their body changes, the way their hormones change, and so, okay, next. So I said, my opinion was, number one, take a deep breath, stay calm. Okay, number 2, pray about the situation. Seek help up there first. And number 3, see how he feels about going to a marriage counselor. Feel him out. Okay? You really don't know what he's thinking. And to be honest with you, you really don't know what he's doing. At least not so far as real facts, how the whole thing came about. Okay. Number 4, pray again. Number 5, after you've done these things, be patient. Be patient. He hasn't left you, okay? When the whole thing is finished without an attorney first, you might just have to move and go to another location and drop those so-called girlfriends, obviously. Okay, so now I'm off my soapbox, and I wanted to share just a couple of things. Now, I don't know if you gals have seen at the 99-cent store, or maybe even the dollar store, the dust pans that have the long handle, because I don't bend over to pick anything up off the floor. I have my long handle dustpan and I sweep things in it. Well, sometime last year, I dropped something on the floor from the refrigerator because I like to keep my food really actually in glass containers. And I thought, what a mess. Well, here's what I did. I took the dustpan and I swept all the glass and all that wet food that had fallen out of it into the dustpan and put it in the trash can because I don't want glass down the garbage disposal. And I did that until all the liquid and glass was picked up. Then I rinsed off the dustpan and the broom, put them outside to dry. But it made the process so much easier than going and looking for paper towels or going and looking for towels or rags or whatever. So that works really well for me. It might work that good for you too. All right, the next thing. You know, I used to always buy the Roma tomatoes. And sometimes my husband still buys them because he makes a salad, at least one salad every day. But I found that if I buy the cherry tomatoes, which I've been buying for a good year, they last really, really long. I mean, extremely long. And I eat tomatoes every day. So right now in my refrigerator, I have 2.5 box. No, I finished off the 1 box last night. I have 2 square boxes of cherry tomatoes. And so that's another tip. You might want to use cherry tomatoes. And I cut them in half. You've seen them when I've made, a couple of my vegetable dishes or whatever in my cooking videos. All right, well, that's what I wanted to say on this video. It's now 11 minutes of me just ranting, and so I think that might be enough. Should I try this song that I've been having in my head for the last 2 weeks? It's named As Long As I'm Singing, written by Bobby Darin. So I'm going to go over to the piano because I found a beat that might go with it, because the original soundtrack that I practiced with the first day or so is too low for me. And if I sing it in an octave higher, then it's too high. So follow me to the music room. Okay, I'm in the music room right now. Want to light it up as much as I can. And if you want to. And no, I've never had an infidelity problem in my marriage. My husband has been very faithful. And yes, I did wipe the floor up after picking everything up with the broom and the pan. Oh, phooey, I'm running out of juice, so I'll have to do the song another day. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to someone. Be patient. Don't move too quickly. Don't make a mistake, something you'll regret. Hang in there. God is good. Life is good. And it'll all work out. Love you guys. Be blessed. Adios.